Right, good evening everyone. As Isla had already said, we're the Douglas Firs. We're going to start off with a song called Further. And by the way, I'd just like to say before we even play a note, it's a very hard act to follow. What an amazing set.
How amazing was Tara?
I'm absolutely speechless.
I'm quite jealous of how talented she is. Doesn't seem right.
We play very simple guitar-based songs. But hey, there's time for everything, eh?
Like we were still friends, forgetting silent replies that left us at an unfinished end. So it seems the further I am, the further I stand from you, the closer I get to unraveling all the tangled in your version of the truth. I can't play the role of your supporting wall anymore. The weight of your words is making my shoulders sore. So it seems the further I am, the further I stand from you, the closer I get to unraveling all the lines tangled in your version of the truth. Give me a different view. I'm sick of this window I look through, with everybody cast in the same desperate shade of blue. That only serves to remind me of you. Yes, it reminds me of you. It's over, it's over. It's over. So it seems the further I am, the further I stand from you, the closer I get to unraveling all the lines tangled in your version of the truth.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. As mentioned, we have only been back in the country a couple of months, having been on tour in Canada for 6 months, kind of travelling, touring, and writing some new material as well. We met some amazing people in Canada. They've got a really kind of community spirit, especially in Western Canada, and they're really into their music. And I really like the fact that you have people from all different cultures and nationalities and religions all kind of leaving all of that behind and just getting on with the music, which I guess is the good thing about it. And this next song is kind of about leaving all that other stuff behind and just kind of getting on. This is called On the Horizon.
We twist and turn through the maze, stumbling in the dark. We live and learn every day. Sometimes our eyes aren't so clear. We're guided by fear and blindly follow their way. Can you who will try to suppress and deny. Don't believe all they say, 'cause they can't tell you you're mine. That's your own affair, no matter which tracks you tread. Can you meet me on the horizon, on the horizons where I weep? Will you meet me on the horizon so that we can make our escape? Oh, we must leave this place, let our lungs breathe fresh air for a change. Oh, the time has come to dismantle and abandon heads filled with sadness and hate. Will you meet me on the horizon, on the horizons where I weep? Can you be there on the horizon so that we can make our escape?
Thanks. So, I normally get slightly told off, not only by Jimmy Douglas, but usually the promoter and everybody else for talking too much. I have a tendency to ramble slightly. But I have to do it for this song a little bit, just a little snippet of a story. This is a really old song of ours called Woman of Wood, and it was one of the first songs I probably wrote a few years ago. It was kind of about being a feminist and that not being a bad thing, and I don't really understand why it's a bad thing to be. Anyway, we did a gig a couple of years ago. We were doing a charity show, and there was a kind of social protest kind of poet doing some stuff before me, and he was quite good, but he did one kind of rap thing, which I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be tongue-in-cheek or not. It was quite offensive to women, and I won't repeat it, but it was quite... Yeah, no, I can't. It was like,
something like bend her over the kitchen
like
table.
get my bitchin', bend her over the
You
kitchen.
can imagine, yeah.
And I was at the gig, like literally steam coming out of my ears, like this. And Jimmy Douglas said to me, well, just when you're next singing, when we get up and do our set, just, when you're doing your feminist number, just look at that guy and just think about him. So I did, and I got up there and I said, really don't like misogynists. So, if there are any misogynists in the room tonight, it's dedicated to you, this one. And I kind of, staring at this guy as I was singing it, kind of. And after the set, he came up to me and said, oh, I loved that song, Woman of Wood. It's really great. How about I take you out for a drink sometime? And I was like, no. The misogynist and the feminist, it's like a new kind of couple. Yeah. So this is Woman of Wood, and I'm dedicating it to any misogynists in the audience tonight. Come and have a go at me if you dare.
It's almost on us, harvest time. Here come the men who want to make a sacrifice, to cut down at the stem before she understands just what is happening. But a woman of wood can defeat their machines, so hide behind the taller trees who don't take kindly to their trespassing feet. It won't be long till they turn round and open wide. No, not your legs, girl, but the edges of your mind. Don't think they'll never find you out. But if you're quick enough, you might fight to stand the chance to outrun the silver tongues. But a woman of wood can defeat their machines. So hide behind the taller trees who don't take kindly to the trespassing feet. It won't be long till they turn around and leave. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. For a woman of wood can defeat their machines. So hide behind the taller trees who don't take kindly to the trespassing feet. It won't be long till they turn around and leave. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Thank you. Well, thank you for being such an attentive audience. It's always really nice to have people listening and stuff. Sometimes we might get booked to play somewhere where we might be following on from like a thrash metal band or something, and it can be a little bit difficult just to kind of a bit. But no, it's great. So thank you for being so attentive. What's next? This is to release your inner childlike spirit. This is called I Don't Want to Go to Bed.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Before tomorrow comes.
I've got to give Jimmy a minute for the old guitar tuning. I'm not
Give
very
me a
good at
minute, but
jokes.
don't tell the crowd. You know?
I'm not good at jokes, so I'm not going to tell any jokes. I'm just going to do a little bit of filling here. So the next song, we've got a couple left. I always sound a bit of an idiot when I introduce this song by saying this is one of our quiet ones, because we're not, hugely loud. But this is a quieter number. And this is actually the single you will get if you sign up to our mailing list as a CD. And it's quite a sexy little vinyl-looking CD, which is quite nice. But I have to keep telling people it's not actually vinyl, because somebody apparently did try to play it on their record player and it didn't work. So, but yeah, this is the song you will get if you join our mailing list. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you.
This was written at a very dark moment. I think I wrote it about 4 a.m. at some point, and this is called In Trouble With Myself.
I'm tearing pages out of every book I've read, returning the letters with no forwarding address, ignoring everything my mother ever said, leaving my possessions for the bin men to collect. Sleepwalking through the day, retracing every step, wasting my time away spent talking to the dead, going over every city, street and face I've met, letting go of moments I remember to forget. I need some time to retread my own mind instead of following yours. I'm stranded in a desert of my own making, but I can no longer pretend I'm in trouble with myself again. With myself again. You caught me deep in thought about nothing at all. Just watching paper flowers slowly climb the wall. And if you find me standing on the windowsill, don't be alarmed, it's only time I want to kill. I need some time to retread my own mind instead of following yours. I'm stranded in a desert of my own making, but I can no longer pretend I'm in trouble with myself again. With myself again. And in the end, I'm back where I began, trying to salvage what's mine. I may not know exactly where I'm supposed to go, but I can no longer pretend I'm in trouble with myself again. With myself
Thank you so much.
Right, this is our final song, and thank you so much for listening and clapping when we stopped.
Rather than in the middle of songs, which is slightly weird.
We'd like to say thank you to Isla for hosting and having us. Thank you to Kevin for doing the sound, top man.
Soundman never gets thanks.
And yeah, check us out on Facebook. I didn't just get whispered that in my ear. Facebook, MySpace, all of that stuff. The Douglas Firs. We're going to finish with our new song, which is called Flicker in the Fire. All of the songs that you've heard tonight, except for this one, strangely enough, is written by my luminous sister, Susie Douglas.
Hello.
Yeah, so there you go. This one's called Flicker in the Fire.
This was written in Canada, wasn't it?
Hey?
This was written in Canada.
Yes, it was indeed.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. The Thanks. We've been the Douglas Firs.